This is the last thing I'm reacting to for today because I'm tired. So this is when Eshan was playing GTA 5. GTA Online, that is. I did react to this during Christmas, I believe, but I wanted to react to it more. I don't know if he still plays GTA. Oh, this he uploaded this a year ago. Here he is, big man himself. You know, it used to be my nickname term, E-Man, or like I'd say, hey, there's Eminem. I would say it to him as a joke, cause like, the most funniest shit he would always say was like, hey, look, it's a mini Eminem. Cause like, you know, Eminem always says funny shit in his songs. So like, I always call him Eminem as like a joke, cause like, he's like Eminem that says funny shit. It's one of my favorite cars, dude. Great car. I remember one time we were playing football and I tripped over. He was like, "You okay?" And then I said, "Ah, that's why I sort of suck at this game." To be honest, I'm glad we didn't play like actual football. I mean, like, sure, we threw the ball at each other to grab it, but he's lucky we didn't actually play real football. Like, you know, going in those, you know, team uniforms and just running into each other. Gosh, because considering I'm tall, I would have, like, no offense, Eshan, if you're watching this, I would have bowled you over, man. I would have, like, been running at you and you would have been like, okay, I'm gonna try to stop you. Boom! You would have fell over like a rag doll. Too fast. You know, I was surprised to hear he's allowed to say shit one time. And he said, yeah, I'm allowed to say it, just not too much. And I said, so how many times do you say it? Like, per day? And he said, when I'm not going to school. But, like he said when he was going to school, it was none. But when he's with his family, it'd be around 4 to 5 times. And he says, what about you? How many times do you say shit? And I said, a lot. And he said, what about that for? And I said, a lot. I asked him, what do you say that for? And he says, oh, not yet. I can't wait till I'm more older to say that. I'm like, understandable. And I asked him one time, what do you do in GTA? And he says, oh, I just drive around. And I said, you don't do any missions? And he says, oh, I do some, but like they're a bit hard to do. And I said, you should play with my older brother or one of my friends. They could give you money. Because my older brother in GTA owns a lot of businesses, but one of my best friends, Joe, who Eshan has met before, is that Joe has a lot of businesses too, so he could pay like a lot of those missions and heights with Eshan to get him money. I remember one time on one of Joe's heists, I spent money on this like yacht, and one time I invited the whole, like, you can invite the lobby, like you can invite people to your places wherever you're at. I invited the whole lobby, including Joe, to my yacht. And I was in game chat for a bit because I was in the PlayStation Pie chat, and I went to game chat to see what people thought. And when I went in there, someone that was Scottish said, "This is a shit yacht. There is no music playing." And I said, "Oh, I can play you some music." And I was like, "Okay, then go on then." And then I was like, as a joke, I played, "I'm a Barbie girl," and he was like, "Turn that fucking shit off. Turn that shit off, mate. Turn that off. I don't want to hear that garlic bullshit." And then I went back to game chat because I wanted to see what everyone was doing. They were mostly like hanging around, talking to each other. And then he was like, Fuck me dead, I'm going to another session. Fuck me dead. No one's talking. And he left. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Just a little funny story for you all.